up?
All right, welcome back, guys. We are in the second round. We are with Juke Academy versus the Foop Squad. The Fap Squad. The Foop Squad. You can call them what you want. The Foop Squad. We're jumping right into Champion Select. They kind of jumped the gun on us, but that's fine. That's faster-paced action, right? Faster-paced Bix and Pans.
Shane was peeing.
That's true, too. So... we got Jackson Evelyn taken out, Yasuo and Zed. It looks like they're targeting blue team's mid lane. A lot of melee assassins. I'm betting those are targeted bans. And then we got a Rengar band, so that's got to be a targeted ban. Evelyn and Jax, pretty standard bans. You don't see a Rengar ban these days. Jinx. That'd be an interesting first pick. I think locking down a AD that doesn't have that much mobility is for first pick is not a good choice.
So they're dumb.
They are questionable decision on the Jinx pick.
So did they have a bye last round, or did they actually have to fight someone?
I don't know, but I can check our handy dandy website and find that out.
We should look.
Nope, they both... Foop Squad had a bye, but Juke Academy won versus Team Duo Jungle.
Okay, so is Foop Squad the guys making the questionable decisions?
Let me get back to the game, and... No! It's Team Juke Squad. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they beat the trolls. So, I'm going to...
Yes, first we were going to say, shame on you, Team Duo Jungle, for being trolls last game. So,
I was actually going to comment and say that generally speaking, there's nothing wrong with being a troll, and that if you're going to lose anyways, you might as well make your opponents enjoy it as little as possible. So I don't know that this is the official Team Warrior Esports position, but it's certainly the official Team Chibbles position.
We got Orianna and Lucian locked in. We got a mobility AD. Orianna can punish this Jinx so that she can get a good ball combo on her. We just got to see what kind of ball delivery system they get. Orianna has a ball, and that's where all of her abilities come from, and she can move this ball around the field and actually put it on other champions. So we call it a ball delivery system. If she puts it on a champion, that champion goes in, and then she can cast spells from that ball.
Is it blue?
No, it's actually like a clockwork thing. It's like steampunk. It's a steampunk ball. Sorry. The goth skin might have a blue ball, so I think it's purple though. It's kind of blue.
It's like a deeper shade of blue. It's like a sadder shade of blue.
We see Cassidy locked in on the blue side. I think he's gonna have a rough time versus this Orianna, but if he can get past the laning phase, that'll be a pretty good boon for the blue team. We see a Skarner, which doesn't have a dash, so I don't think it's the best ball delivery system. I do like the Maokai, and I know one of the other members of our team just raised his hand in victory. Oh, they clicked off Maokai. Sorry.
Now there's some kind of little dwarfy dude with facial hair. Oh, but they've got... What's that?
Oh, nope. They've got Maokai again. Maokai and Gragas. Gragas has seen a resurgence back into a lot of the pro play, as a lot of people are building him tanky and bruiser-like, using a lot more of his utility. But they locked in Singe. But we do have the Maokai lock in as Ben throws his double fists up, and I think you can hear him in the background. So
when Ben's getting his double fist on, everyone is so excited about it.
He's got little hands. So, and we got a Singe locked in top lane. I want to see what this guy does. This could be a pretty trolly top lane if he can pull it off. Farming behind the tower and maybe in the base.
So as opposed to being effective, they're going for being assholes.
I thought you'd appreciate that.
I do. In favor. Purple team, you've stolen my heart.
Well, they got an awesome ball delivery system with Maokai. She puts that ball on Maokai. He twists the advance into their team and just becomes an unstoppable wrecking machine.
Like a wrecking ball?
Yes.
Did she come in like a wrecking ball?
That was pretty bad. Like, some of your jokes are pretty awesome. That one was bad.
They don't have to.
Mainly because it involved Miley Ray Cyrus, and nothing should include Miley Ray Cyrus.
Is that who sings that?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because and it looks like we got a Thresh locked in for support. So this should be pretty cool. We can get another ball delivery. If Thresh lands a good hook on that back line, she puts the ball on Thresh. Thresh drags himself into that lane, throws the box. We get the Orianna Shockwave and Displacement, and that's a one-man wrecking crew right there. So,
okay. So I'm going to ask a stupid question who knows nothing about this and doesn't particularly care. But so when I throw the ball on the person, does she have to be physically with the ball, or can she now activate these powers remotely?
She has to be within a range, but it's a pretty large range when it's on somebody else, and all the powers are activated remotely.
Okay, so it's like she's driving an RC car.
Yes.
Of death.
Yes. Spiky bits that pull you close and eat your face.
It's like the worst dildo ever. Okay.
And we see a Vlad locked in top lane versus Singed, which is pretty awesome. Vlad can farm that lane against that Singed. It pretty much also means there's going to be no ganks versus that Singed. I can't see Elise Vlad being able to lock Singed down enough to make a gank viable up there. We'll see how it goes. With that Vlad pick, he will be able to farm against that Singed pretty easily, though, and maintain the same farm. We'll just see how it gets late game. Jinx, ultra heavy hyper carry, unless she gets jumped on. They got two good champions that can jump on her between Thresh and Maokai. And if Singed gets built up enough, he's just going to run past the whole team, throwing poison behind him, and flip Jinx into their team. So we'll see what kind of protection that Braum can give him. So Braum's actually a pretty cool champion. He's the newest support. He's a melee. When he hits somebody, if anybody else on his team hits them and they total that number up to 4 times, it stuns that player. So passively, like when you get in a team fight, you just want to hit as many people as possible, and then as your team starts to attack them, you stun them.
Stun eventually.
Yep.
Yeah, that seems like an interesting mechanic if I knew anything about the game.
Yep. So that'll be pretty cool. They are very magic-heavy damage on the blue side. If purple team gets too much MR, it's going to be... So, if purple team builds a lot of MR, a lot of the damage from the blue team is going to be cut in half.
Which you think they'd know and attempt to do.
Yeah, right? You'd think so. Summoner spells should be unlocked, so we can see that we know it's Vlad top, we know it's Singed top. Thresh again went with that Ignite, and the defensive support Braum, we call him defensive, but man, if he hits that Winter's Bite and Jinx gets in there, they're going to stun, they're going to do some decent damage. So he went with that Exhaust, that's our two differences. Everything else is pretty much mirror matched. Both Cassidy and Orianna looked like they're going for those kills. They went with Ignite, so it's pretty awesome to see.
Okay, so I see these summoner spells, little portraity bits right here. Right. Okay, so there's some number of powers that they can choose before every game to customize.
Yes.
Yeah, I see that it's 2, Ben. Thank you. You can't see it, but Ben is holding up 2 by fingers, even though I said...
No, it's peace. His peace. He's holding up peace. He's like, so,
peace,
bro.
Yeah, I got the 2 part because I said it, right? Okay. Anyway, so how many powers are there?
There's about 10, 12. Okay. But about everybody takes Flash, and that's the yellow one with the dude like jumping forward.
It's a getaway thing, right?
It is the getaway thing, but you'll see that Singed took Ghost, and that is one that makes you run faster for a short period of time.
Yeah, Ghost runs super fast. I've always thought that.
Yeah, and it ignores unit collision, which I think his ult does too. No? I thought it did. I know it makes him run faster and increases his regen, but I'd have to look that up. For some reason, I thought it broke unit collision also. But now we're loading into the game. We are past the champion select screen, so now you get to see our wonderful faces, and nothing but our wonderful faces, and the Warrior Esports logo above us.
Yeah. Well, and this, can you see the painting? There's probably a little bit of the painting.
Yeah, they can see the painting.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But the Warrior Esports logo is better.
Oh, I'm just right up there.
Yeah, right up there. Okay. But you know what's below us? Right over here, I think, is the follow button that you guys should press.
You guys should all press the follow button. Apparently, we got like a lot more likes and follows today. I'm not entirely sure why. But if you get enough, he's starting to bring me back in the future, which I will avoid.
And then if you scroll down on the page, you can find our Facebook, and you like us there, and you will find out when this man comes back.
Yeah.
And you can beg and plead on there for him to come back, and he might.
No.
There is also a donate button down there, and if you gave enough money, he might come back also.
There's really not enough money to pay me to do this.
So,
this is the watching people load in, right? Like we could.
Yes, this is the watching people load in. This is everyone's loading up, and we're seeing their percentages tick up.
Stalking SD is a retard and needs a new computer.
Well,
or maybe just a new internet connection.
He needs to shovel more coal into it.
Right. I mean, because maybe you got to push the pedals.
Yeah.
Maybe the hamsters have to run faster.
Yeah. Maybe that would be kind of cool if he was on a treadmill and he had to run to keep his computer going.
He would be the only person playing League of Legends in any shape whatsoever.
That's not necessarily true. Most pro players go to the gym.
Yeah, I mean they pass by it on their way to the computer.
Actually, there's a Crepo, which is one of the pro supports on.
Stalking SD is still at 27%. Everyone else is at 100. Fuck you, Stalking SD. Thank you very much. I've got other things to do today. Come on. Sorry, go ahead.
Crepo, one of the pro support players, he actually posted something on his Facebook about, oh my god, I went to the gym for the first time in forever, and I'm not going to do that again. So he is one of the fat, unfortunately, support players in League of Legends that does not go to the gym. But most of the other ones are in shape.
Shape is relative.
They're
not.
Scarra has a shape. That is round.
Okay, round is a shape.
And we're in the game, and you don't no longer have to see our beautiful faces.
Which I know you're missing out on. I actually I shaved yesterday in preparation for this, which is to say I had other things that needed shaving for yesterday, and so I did it anyways.
All right, just setting the lanes up, and there we go.
All right, so as a name, Bustin' the Nuts is pretty good. I find that to be moderately acceptable, especially from the FAP squad.
It is the Foop squad.
FAP squad.
Foop squad. We got a lot of pings from the purple team. It looks like they're going to set up that defensive perimeter. Maokai wants his blue to start out with, so they want to make sure that does not get invaded. Singed making just setting up, making sure there's nobody coming across that top side for that red buff invade.
Is he carrying a surfboard?
He does have a surfboard. It is Surfer Singed. So yeah, he does have a surfboard.
All right.
It's like a shield surfboard.
It's like the Silver Surfer except stinky.
Yes.
It's the stinky surfer.
He's a mad scientist.
Okay. All right. Yeah, mad scientists go surfing all the time. You can tell by their pasty white skin.
So, I mean, he's like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of guy. And he's dancing. We get some dancing from Singe. That's pretty good.
I'm in favor.
They're having a dancing and laughing competition, which definitely keeps it interesting.
What the hell are those?
Those are that is Christmas Maokai, festive Maokai. He puts down. He has saplings, but with this skin, they're little presents. Because he's a tree. He's a Christmas tree.
Okay.
He's laying presents, and they stay there for a certain period of time. Then after a while, they detonate, but they do area effect damage. So he's prepping his blue buff.
Trap.
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
And if an enemy comes close to him, they'll chase the enemy, and then explode.
I'm not sure how saplings chase things.
Yeah. But what we do see from this game is Elise started blue, which means she's not going to be there if Maokai wants to do that 3-minute gank on top lane with Vlad. So we'll see if that punishes them, but that means she might be going for that 3-minute gank on bottom lane. And Singed is going to be Singed, and he is going to proxy farm versus this Vlad. And he's going to be able to do it free because Elise is going to be going to that bottom jungle. Vlad is trying to scare him off of doing it, but it just means Vlad's going to lose CS. And Elise comes up to try and...
Sorry, Singed might get murdered. Nope, he escaped.
No.
Damn it.
And he just walks out. And that costs Elise jungle time, and we see Maokai already on his red buff. He's going to be level 3. Elise is just going to be level 2. I mean, her timing's going to be off for that bottom gank, which would be perfect right now. Bottom team has no wards, and they're pushed up on the blue tower. We'll see what Maokai wants to do. It looks like he's going up to that top lane. Thresh lands a hook. They got good damage on Jinx, and she's got no getaway ability, and she goes down. Good fight with Lucian.
Always exciting when someone goes down as the first maneuver in the game.
from the FAP squad.
From the FAP squad.
And Maokai looks like he's getting in there, doing a little counter jungling, just trying to see where she is. Elise got her red buff and is heading down the bottom lane. Maokai is going into middle lane for the gank, but I don't think they're going to make anything happen.
Maokai gets caught. Elise jumps up.
He's ticking on him, and he goes down. Now we got a double buff Kassadin.
Is that good?
Double buffs is good. He's got blue and red buffs. Blue increases your mana regen and cooldown, and red buff, anytime you auto attack, it does a slowing effect and a damage over time.
Give your mom some damage over time left.
Again, my mom's not the whore.
Alright, look, just because my mom actually is a whore doesn't mean you have to put it out every time I'm making your mom joke. We all
I think that's the time when you put it out there, when you make your mom joke.
I can't help that my mom's a loose woman. It's not like I'm sleeping with her.
Well, everyone else did.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true, but still.
Oh, and we got some good action from Singe top lane, punishing Vlad.
And all of blue team is over here hanging out. What the hell's going on?
Yep, it is a 4-man bottom lane. Well, Kassadin did an early roam trying to make something happen with that red buff, and it looks like Vlad's going to go down. He gets flipped, flashes out. He shouldn't have flashed. He wasted his flash when he was going to die to the poison anyways. So, he's being bad at math just like me.
To be fair, you're probably much worse.
It's very possible. And Singe is going to go back and spend that tasty, tasty gold that he just got from Vlad's death. So we see purple team in the lead with about 400 gold. It's not a huge amount, but that's at least an item at this stage in the game. So let's see, what's our CS look like bottom lane? Jinx is behind, and Lucian's got a huge wave to farm off of. So as long as he can get these off the tower before they get to the tower, he's going to be sitting good on gold down there.
Tower kills can get enough to form, right?
Correct. You get the experience, but you don't get gold. And gold makes the world go round.
This makes plenty of sense, because I hate it when people steal my kills. I'm always trying to get the murders myself, right? You know, there's only so many hobos and homeless people to go around in the world, and if you just let anyone kill them, you're going to get cheated eventually. They're not a renewable resource. You're going to run out.
Okay, Dexter. Oh, Maokai gets a grasping root on Kassadin. Kassadin is not 6 yet. He's not going anywhere. Orianna was 6. She stayed in lane. They got the kill on Kassadin. Punished him for that too much aggression in that early game. Out his escape.
Sure, it seemed like a perfectly good idea at the time to run deep into the blue team.
Oh, Thresh gets the hook, but Braum safeguards out to his buddy. Because while Jinx does not have mobility, Braum does.
Where's that ball thing we were talking about before the game started?
That was mid lane.
So we're never going to watch that.
We will when there's action. We saw it was used on the kill, but it looks like Singed is doing a little BM, taunting him into this fight, and they just back off.
Cowards, go for it. Be men.
I don't know if they would have made that 2v2 work. Braum gets hooked again. Lucian dashes through the chompers, but is out far enough that they don't want to re-engage on him. So, looks like Vlad got a little breathing room top, but Singed is beating him in CS. Singed got his catalyst. He's going to be able to stick around for longer. The one thing about proxy farm Singed, proxy farm is when you farm behind your enemy tower. That's normally something you do because you're between two towers and the towers will attack you.
Right.
But Singed is one of those that can kind of get away with it.
Is there a safe spot in between the towers you can stand?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a little area you can not get pwned in.
Yes. But you're pushed so far in, if the jungler comes up, it's 2-on-1 and it's harder to escape.
Sure.
Maokai grasping roots onto Elise. Elise flashes and she repels and dodges the hook, but then she goes in on Thresh. She's going into the purple side. She knows she's going down. She denies the assist to Oriana, but that's about all she was able to do. I don't know why she jumped down onto Thresh.
Well, I mean, maybe she was just lonely.
Maybe. And if you see right here, you see the ball in between the... Well, we changed off that screen.
No, I missed it.
Yeah, no, you didn't get to see the balls.
I want to see these giant steel balls.
And Vlad is going to have to farm on his tower. So we'll see if he can do that. You see the ball on top of Maokai?
No. Oh, yeah, okay, alright, I see that. I've seen that before now, I know what I'm looking for.
Yep. And it looks like Elise is going to walk into Singed and Maokai.
And what happened there? Okay.
He repelled up to make sure both of them are fine. Vlad used his ult, and
so did Singed is not going to let Elise go, and she's just trying it away in poison. Singed gets that kill, but Vlad is able to sneak away.
Purple's got a really solid purpley bit above the blue guys.
Oh, and Caston's going to try and make this happen on Oriana, but then backs off. Probably a good thing, as Maokai was starting to come in on that. And Singed is going to just be Singed, walk behind that tower, take all the farm, sit and...
good aggression on Oriana there.
Yeah, there's the ball. This is a little spicy thing.
Spicy thing.
It's like a medieval torture device that they use in certain ages to expand, I don't know.
It kind of contracts and like pulls you. It's like a black hole of doom.
Oh, right. I've been
Yeah, my headset reset, so...
So when you hear us talking, it seems like a non sequitur. There's other people on the stream that we're responding to, and that's kind of terribly unprofessional. But we do it anyways because you may have noticed that professional's not our shtick.
Professionals, whatever. Maokai jumps in on Caston as he rift walk out, but Oriana gets the displacement, brings it back into the fight, and let's see if Maokai goes down. Nope, his auto attacks keep him alive. Shield from Oriana. Good play, good kill. Even with that displacement, Rift Walk, Caston wasn't able to get away. Oh! But the ult from Jinx! Jinx fires her Death Rocket into the middle lane where he's recalling.
He's getting ready to leave. Yeah, that was impressive. Even I know that was impressive. I know nothing about this game.
Yeah, now that was good map awareness. But it looks like Vlad's in trouble. Singed is making that push on Vlad. I don't know if he's going to get out of this. Oh, Singed just backed away.
That's probably a good call. He was starting to...
I think he could have tanked that tower a little bit, but he's going to do it anyways.
More friendly this time.
Yeah, he's just beating that tower down. Vlad can't seem to keep him off of it.
Yeah, well, sometimes, you know, when you're working with the Fab Squad, you really got to beat the tower. That was a dick. Just so we're all on the same page.
Just want to make that clear. So let's see if Caston can not get caught. I'd like to see some more words from that mid lane, or Caston needs to start roaming more. Oh, Braum gets hooked, but Thresh does not go in on it.
Does the hook pull him to Thresh, or does Thresh...
The Thresh's hook, it will pull him twice towards Thresh, and then Thresh can press it again, and close that distance between the two of them.
Okay.
So, but he doesn't have to. It's a choice. If he just lets it time out, then that's all it does. Stuns him for a second. And Maokai grasping roots to Caston again, but Elise is there. I don't know how much is going to happen. I think they're all just going to walk away.
And actually, we see the gold value closing up a little bit, evening out a little bit. Wasn't as bad as it was earlier, but it's still pretty enormously in purple's favor.
Yeah. Well, we've got 4 extra kills on purple side. And the CS difference on top lane, I mean, we're looking at 20 CS there, and Caston's keeping that aggression on Oriana. He's got to.
Reasonable CS advantage across the board to purple, so...
Yeah, purple's got that CS advantage. They've just been pushing so hard, and blue team's missing some to the towers. I mean, that is the one advantage there. If you're able to freely push, and your jungle is so split between top, middle, and bottom lane, he just can't be everywhere at once to kind of equalize that. So, that good constant aggression from the entire team is just paying off. And Vlad gets flipped back into the poison trail of Singed again.
And Singe is going to smack him stupid until he dies.
He's
oh, no, don't let him go. Kill him.
No.
Kill him, get him. Hit him.
going under the tower for him, and I think Vlad is going down.
There you go. Way to listen to the guy.
Yeah. Lucian gets cocked from the bindings, but is able to flash out of it and stay safe. Maokai's coming down here for the counter gank, and we got a teleport from top lane. Singe goes in. Jake's getting cocked from the hook. Braum goes back in to try and save her. I think that was a mistake, and we get 2 for 0 with that teleport and roam down from Maokai.
Okay, blue team, when you're playing the League of Legends, it's important to hit them and not let them hit you. I'm not sure if you've really taken this to heart now.
And we get the displacement. Caston goes in and just doesn't get away. Look up what Oriana's full ult is because it's bugging me now. Command Shockwave, that's what it is. Twisted Advance. Whatever! Same thing.
No.
Grasping Roots is Cyrus' ability.
Whatever.
So, Twisted Advance from Maokai. So, corrected by our staff. So, we got an 8-kill lead from Purple, and they just got first dragon at 14 minutes.
They've expanded that gold lead accordingly again, so
Yeah.
essentially screwed.
Vlad is down 2 levels top lane. That's just gonna be rough to lane against. What do we got? Do we get a level disadvantage bottom lane? No, they're about even. Looks like Lucian's just a 1 level up, but I'm sure Jinx clearing this wave will turn 8 anytime now. But with that large wave there for Lucian, we're probably gonna see him hit level 9. Casson needed that blue buff. I think they stole his last one, so that might be his first blue buff.
So can we narrow down exactly who on Juke Academy is failing? Because it looks like everyone's reasonably close, so there's got to be one guy who's just sucking a lot of dick.
Now, I don't... The deaths are spread pretty much along the board. They are doing a lot to try and get this Singe, but they can't seem to just close this kill. He's baiting this out. Oh, we get a command shockwave off Vlad. Pulls out of it, but I don't think he's gonna make it. Well... Oh, Braum throws the ult. They get the damage in on Lucian. Lucian gets the stun from Braum, but Jinx just doesn't have the damage. He tries to ult, but Thresh and the Ignite finishes the kill.
Oh, and he did not make that. He got killed himself.
Yeah, and Braum goes down to Lucian. So... It's the constant aggression from Purple Team is just...
Not to mention the constant sucking from the blue team.
Well, Vlad can't seem to handle Singed on his own. He got behind early, and now Singed is just walking over him.
Yeah, he just kind of wanders up and smacks him in the face with the surfboard and then taunts him a lot.
Yeah.
I really appreciate whoever's playing Singed, who seems to be kind of trolling the other team consistently. I mean, he's doing something effective, but here, he's doing it with style, while at the same time being insulting and irritating, and you know what? That's class.
We call that BM.
No?
Bad manners.
Oh, that's good.
No, that's bad.
No.
That's bad. Bad manners. BM. It's BMing.
Well, you don't have them, you're just full of shit.
Anyways. Send all your hate mail to I'm a retard at warriorsports.com.
Which I will actually read.
So, Vlad's got to get relevant in this game. That's one thing Blue's got to do. Blue's got to get Vlad farmed, and he's got to quit dying to Singe. Singe, he just can't be up there versus Singe. Singe is going to tower dive and kill him at this point. Singe is tanky, doesn't care for the amount of damage, and they just keep blowing so much stuff on Singe.
And doing nothing.
He's just so far ahead. So...
Oh, they might maybe kind of...
No, he's got too much damage. He's got to flash out. Vlad's trying to do damage to him, but he just can't keep up with Singed regen.
Oh, so close. Yeah, he's actually doing a really good job taunting them by almost dying.
Oh, and Vlad does get the kill!
They got him.
Too much playing around cost him that fight, but Braum gets hooked again bottom lane and goes down.
Okay, Sin, I'm with you. I think you're doing it right. Sometimes when you're creating a masterpiece, you fail. Keep trolling.
So, bottom lane's having a rough time too. Thresh is getting those hooks on Braum, and
yeah, when you're at the bottom and they get their hooks into you, they're just gonna ride you until they're done, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to lay there and take it.
See if they can keep this defense on this tower. Their wave clear is pretty poor, but looks like blue team's gonna get, or purple team's gonna get it down to about half. We've got 4-man versus 3-man bottom. Let's see if blue team wants to do any aggression. Juke squad. He lands the hook on Elise. He goes in, throws the box down. Thresh is taking the tower hit. We get a command shockwave from Orianna. Hits 3 of the people. Twisted advance from. Oh my god!
Oh wow!
And the rocket from Jinx.
On the blue team.
Yeah, from Jinx. Cassidy keeps the aggression up. Goes in on Maokai, gets the kill, and we get a triple kill from Jinx. That was something she needed to get back into this game. I think Cassidy got a kill. That was well played.
Yeah, that was a good pickup from blue. They managed to not suck for a very short period of time there.
I mean, purple team was ahead. They knew where they were ahead. They thought they could tower dive that. They got a good 2-man, 3-man shockwave from Orianna. They just took too much tower damage, stayed in there too long. And blue team was able to get enough AoE damage out there and make it hurt.
Yeah, but purple's going to have to make several more mistakes like that in order for it to actually matter in the course of the game, because blue team is generally losing, like little bitches.
You can't spell worth without throw.
What the fuck does that have to do with it?
It was worth it for them to do it, but you spell throw with worth also. When you jumble up the words.
This is the latest conversation I've had so far today. Oh, slaying the dragon sounds like a euphemism for something. Since it's Fap Squad, I think we know what it is.
Foop Squad.
I keep getting that wrong. I don't know how I'm doing that. Sorry.
Orianna picks up her blue. We're going to see the buffs go out to the appropriate people, it seems. No one's going to contest these right now. They probably don't have the timers on them.
Oh, and the blue guys hit the Rocky guy until he fell over. It looks very sad. I was pulling for the Rocky guy.
And it looks like we've got the purple team roving as a squad. They're going to try and find someone to pick off. Or they're going to start Baron.
Whichever. I mean, they could have been moving towards an objective. It's not like we would know.
Yeah, no, they're going to start Baron. It looks like Caston's got a hint that they're doing this. No, he's going to ward over there. Yep, he's got a hint they're doing it, but he's alone. No one else is in position. I think we're going to get a free Baron on the purple team, which is unfortunate for the blue team. They didn't have the wards in place to stop that. Braum shouldn't have been bottom lane. He should have been out warding. And now we're going to see a whole lot more aggression from purple team. It's not like we haven't seen the aggression already.
Yeah, I mean, they've been aggressing and pushing hard the entire time, and blue has just been squealing like little bitches underneath in a massive onslaught fast with me. So when you say we're going to see aggression, I think what you mean is they're going to keep doing what they've been doing, and maybe blue will get lucky and kill a couple people before losing.
Oh, and command shockwave takes Braum out. I don't know. Blue team's got a team that can beat purple team. They just got to get relevant in this game. They got to quit throwing away free objectives. They got to quit getting caught. And here comes Sins just walking past the tower. And we get a good flash time hook from Thresh.
Yeah.
Throws Vlad into the team, and there's no way he's getting out of that.
What you're saying is if blue stopped playing like blue team and started playing like purple team, they could conceivably beat purple team.
And we get twisted advance from Maokai in onto that Jinx with the low mobility, and they catch her out. Goes in on Caston under the tower, and down goes Braum again. Inside the base, tower's still up. They're just tanky.
Yeah, they've got such a big gold advantage at this point. They're just buy more stuff.
And Elise gets thrown in. She repels up. Let's see if she can get out of here. Twisted Advance should be back up. Goes in on Elise. This could be it. They could just finalize this push here, except Singe is going back. Cassidy and Vlad are trying to push him off this inhibitor. Jinx just got back. She gets the chompers onto Thresh. Thresh is low. He's got Vlad ult on him. Jinx ult goes off. She gets her reset. Comes in with her attack speed. Kills Maokai. Lucian gets the kill on Cassidy. Purple team is low, but it doesn't look like Jinx and Braum can clean it up. They end up going 2 for 3, which
does not really help them, honestly.
Does not help them.
I guess it makes them feel better about their numbers, right? Maybe they can break into the double digits before they lose, but
it's still not over. Anything can happen in League of Legends.
That's not true, actually.
Anything can happen in League of Legends.
Yeah, there's actually a mathematical progression that shows that you're less likely to win the further it goes on.
Less likely, but that means that there is a chance.
I'm not
That's
sure
you just admitted it.
I'm not sure you understand math.
Just because it's a low number doesn't mean it can't not happen.
Play the lottery too, don't you?
Only when it's really, really big numbers. It lets me dream about what I would do with that kind of money.
What, like hair replacement?
For my chest.
Ooh. Chest together, you know, some mine.
So, Vlad's farming top, and it looks like he's gonna get caught by Sin, which is not what he needs. And and we get a forfeit on the blue side. So they agree with you. They think their chance of winning is low.
They understand math. Good job, blue team.
It was a good try. I think the aggression from the purple side was just too much for the blue team.
Also, they were better.
Because of the aggression in their teamwork.
And they were better.
I think they came in with a plan.
What, like blue team came in with, hey guys, let's lose?
Well, I think they came in with a plan, just not a good plan. Or maybe it wasn't a plan that could equal purple team's plan.
All right, you heard it here first. Blue's team was lose, purple's team was win, and those were their plans.
I don't think it exactly was like that, but you know.
Right, so what did you think their actual plan was other than just aggression? Because you said that about the last team that won too. So if it's just aggress, that's kind of boring. So what did they actually do that made
I didn't say that about the last team.
What did you actually do that made it work?
What they did was they made it so that Elise had to pick where she was going to try and help, and it ended up slowing down her jungle. So she was not as relevant as Maokai was in that midpoint of the beginning and midpoint of that game. She went up there to try and help Vlad when Singe pushed behind the tower, and it slowed down her jungle, which allowed Maokai to get that lead and then help his lanes out. And it also made it so since she was behind, there was less chance for her to gank, which means that purple team's lanes were safer.
Okay, so essentially they were kind of playing down a man?
Yes.
All right, see? Now we know who to blame. Blue team, you know what you need to do. Kill her.
All right, guys. It was fantastic play from the Foop squad. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with our next game once we find out who it is.
Also, our pizza showed up.
Well, that's true, too.